Excuse me, what did I just watch? Whew, boy, I did not expect to make this video. I didn't just wake up, I've been awake for a few hours, and I just see Pokemon released a new trailer for Sword and Shield, and, I haven't had this many conflicting emotions about a Pokemon trailer in a long time. Pokemon trailers tend to be fairly generic, but this one, it presented itself in a way that made me not on board at all with really anything that was going on. But, I took screenshots of the trailer, so we're gonna go through them, and I'm going to just sort of dump out all of my opinions on the trailer right now before I go on Discord and talk about them in depth with friends, where I will be potentially condemned to hell 7 times at least for liking Scorbunny more than the other 2 starters. Today's gonna be a weird day. Okay, so first off, we have one of the few things in this trailer that I actually really like. Gonna focus on that. Creamy. Creamy. I like this thing. I do. I like the sweets aesthetic. I like the face specifically. The big red eyes remind me of Lurantis, which is one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon. And I think it's pretty cute, as well as something that looks like it could also, you know, work as a Pokemon. It's one of those bizarre designs that actually works for me. So that's good. Here we have Yamper, which we saw in the Pokemon Sword and Shield gameplay demo, but it's being officially revealed here, and this art is the best art we have of it. You know, with it looking over to the side, looking at you like a cute little puppet dog. I like Yamper. I've definitely decreased my liking for it over the time because of the fact that it just looks so freaking crazy. Like it has pointed ears and freaking weird, like, those shines in its eyes are like diamonds. That's a bit bizarre. And plus, it just looks like a freaking hot dog. But I like it. I like it more than Stealthy Sceptile, who freaking hates the thing, but whatever. I also like its ability of ball fetch. Oh, no. Oh. And here we have where the designs start to go a little downhill. Roly-Coly, which is a pun on Roly-Poly, as in the bug. Why does it look like a Motobug? Like, you know from Sonic, right? With the Motobugs, the ladybugs that are like, they have like a little wheel in the bottom. It's a freaking Motobug, but it's rock, and it looks like crap. I don't know how to feel. I hope to God this thing evolves. Please, Game Freak, please make this thing evolve. It needs to get a better design than whatever the heck this is. My problem is the face. It's the fact that it doesn't have a face. It just has like an angry eye. One angry eye. But the angry eye doesn't really work when there's not 2 angry eyes. It's bizarre. It's somewhere along the lines of Roggenrola in terms of rock designs that are, you know, just not up my alley. And then we have this beautiful design that I burst out laughing out loud when I first saw it. This thing has a name. Feel free to pronounce that. But I will affectionately call this thing, until I can stomach it somewhat, Cheese Grater. Because it's a cheese grater. Look at it. It is a cheese grater. It is a triangular cheese grater. Look at the body. It is a cheese grater. You cannot convince me that it was not at least somewhat based on a cheese grater, because it was. Look at it. It's so dumb. It's like a fan design. A bad fan design. Like, ooh, Gen 8 Fakemon, whoa. And it looks so bad. It's just, how did this get past people? How did this make it into the game? This is in the game. How? But whatever, fine. Moving on, they talk about the gym challenge, which I guess will be sort of like the island challenge. I kind of like the idea of, like, each gym being a stadium where, like, a sports event is happening, where, like, gym battles are like a sport. I like that idea. I think it's really cool and neat world building. And so we get this guy, who is Chairman Rose. He's an announcer, and I'm betting on my life that he will most likely either be evil or have ulterior motives, because I do not trust that face, I do not trust that hair, I do not trust that smile, and of course his assistant, Alina, also looks like she has something going on. Why does she have that choker design? What is that? Is that like, is she wearing like kinky gear under there? Is this Pokemon even anymore? I am concerned. Is it a weird thing that I actually kind of like the human designs more than the Pokemon designs at this point? That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. And speaking of human designs, one of my favorite ideas from this trailer is game-specific gyms. I like that idea. We've been running out of excuses for there to be 2 versions of a Pokemon game. As many people have said time and time again, why can't Pokemon just be one game? Well, they're giving us a reason now. There's different gym leaders in each game, and that's actually going to be pretty cool. We get this fighting type gym leader that I don't remember her name, and I could go back and watch the video, but that wouldn't be very fun for you guys, would it? But yeah, she looks pretty good, and also she looks like she has Scorbunny-esque attire. So if any of you were still on the fence about Scorbunny being a fighting type, it's basically confirmed now. And there was also a leak that confirmed basically all of the things that we've been seeing in all of these trailers that Poketips covered, and yeah, it's a leak that has been basically confirmed as real time and time again, including it name-dropped Gigantimaxing and Dynamaxing weeks before they were revealed. This thing was in May, and it predicted Dynamaxing, so it also said Scorbunny was going to be firefighting. Just accept it, move on with your life. I don't know why people make such a big deal about firefighting. Just move on with your life. Just, you don't need to obsess over Pokemon having the same type as another Pokemon. That is a stupid Pokemon fan thing to be worried about. You're looking like a stupid Pokemon fan when you do that. It's time to stop. If you don't like it, fine. Just be content with not liking it and not, condemning everything to hell. But that's the Sword gym leader, and then there's the Shield gym leader, which is a Ghost-type gym leader. And I'm so thankful that I will be choosing Shield because I really like her, and she's kind of adorable. She's kind of adorable. Plus, she has a Mimikyu, which is actually kind of nice. So Mimikyu confirmed. Everybody, it's okay. They wouldn't let their new cash cow be sent out to the pasture to die. Finally, moving on. To the big thing. Gigantimaxing, also known as what in the actual world? Okay, this is like another one of those things that I don't actually know how to feel about. But it's mostly negative. Because, okay, so first of all, this design is just freaking crazy. Like, they took... Hold on. What's the name of it? Alcremie? They took Alcremie and they made it into this thing that it makes sense, but I also hate it because it just looks like they just didn't want to stop designing the freaking thing. They were like, no, put more layers of cake on it. We must add more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. And they just didn't know when to stop until we got this abhorred abomination. As well, we also got, totally not Gamera, but it's totally Gamera. This is Gamera. If you've never seen Gamera's design, only the head is different. This is a giant turtle, and I bet he flies by shooting jets out of his shell. We have now found Gamera, everybody. It's okay. We can have a Gamera versus Godzilla battle with Big Jaw Man and Tyranitar. I forget this thing's name. And then we have Corviknight, which looks the exact freaking same. Except for the fact that it has more, like, detail on its wings, and it has, like, a beard, maybe? The shading of this does not give me much insight as to what's different about the design. I'd have to compare the two fairly deeply. But yeah, this is the new thing, and I'm scared. I'm scared not because of the fact that Gigantimaxing is a terrible idea. I'm scared of the implication behind it. And, okay, so here's the thing. What was Mega Evolution designed to do? Mega Evolution was designed to make Pokemon who were either not viable anymore or had never been viable in competitive Pokemon play at the sacrifice of them having an item slot. Pokemon like Mawile and, well, Mawile's the best exception I have. They got, like, huge buffs from Mega Evolution. Also, it was there for fan service. Let's not forget Mega Evolution's lovely trend of, you know, being used for just fan service and nothing more. But Gigantimaxing seems to be an excuse to make Pokemon who don't evolve viable. You know, Pokemon like Tauros and such. Pokemon that should have an evolution but don't. You know, Pokemon that people hate because they don't have an evolution. Yeah, they're trying to make them viable now. And, you know, that's fine. That's an okay idea. My issue is in the fact that this implies that they will be designing a whole lot more not evolving Pokemon. You know, to make this feature big. The problem is the fact that, you know, in recent generations we've been seeing increased activity of non-evolving Pokemon, especially in Gen 7. So this may be a bit of a turning point where there will be far, far, far more Pokemon that don't evolve and just Gigantamax than compared to Pokemon who do evolve in Gigantamax. If Pokemon who evolve can even Gigantamax, because we haven't seen any Pokemon that can evolve like Gigantamax. I basically know that Corviknight's not going to have an evolution. Maybe it'll have a pre-evolution, but I doubt it. Mr. Big Jaw, yeah, he looks like a one-and-done Pokemon, and Alcremie, as much as I love it, does look like a one-and-done, so all of these Pokemon seem to be, you know, Pokemon that don't evolve at all, so I am scared for Gigantamaxing. This was a very weird video, and I don't want to be depressed Pokemon fan, but I also, you know, can't pretend to be happy about all this. Because, it's been said time and time again, but I don't think Game Freak understands, that they're not working on the 3DS anymore. I don't think they understand the importance of there being a console Pokemon game. I don't think they understand that. They just seem to be marketing this game just like any regular old Pokemon game, when they should be treating it with more grandeur than that. It should be the most important game in the series. It should be a turning point. This is a turning point. And yet, they don't seem to be treating it like anything more than just another Pokemon game, and that's a bit of an issue. Especially when there's all these crazy things happening in the fan base. I'm sure I don't need to bring back National Dex movement, which is also combined with the make Pokemon have good graphics for this console generation movement, which is the movement I'm personally in. I don't think that the T-posing Wingles are really anything that we should excuse, especially when there are creature hunting games already on the Switch that look a million times better than Pokemon and have a fraction of the, you know, resources. And yeah, it seems weird. I don't want to be negative. This isn't really me being like, oh, this game's gonna suck. I'm just apprehensive. I'm sure the game will be fine, because let's be honest, all Pokemon games are good. All the main Pokemon games are good. You may have a least favorite, you may have a favorite. All of them are good. I won't say all of them are equally good. They all have their good and bad parts, but they're all good games. So no doubt these will be good games. It's just when you compare them to other Pokemon games, the hype is a little scattered this time around. But I will say that the positives here are actually pretty nice. I like game-specific gym leaders, and Alcremie is a Pokemon design that I would love to get a plush of. I really like it. But I don't know how to feel. This has been a weird video. And, yeah, I hope that you all have a better rest of your day, and I hope that we get some more information about this that'll make me cheer up on this a bit. Because I don't want to be in a bad mood. I want to think positively about this. So, yeah, I'll leave you all with that. Have a great rest of your day, and take care.